I can't jeopardize my company's success to retain an untrustworthy employee.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most terrifying performances by actors that aren't generally known for their work within the horror genre.
You tell me what you two are planning
Howard,
now.
Listen, just take it easy, calm down.
No.
Howard, come on, please,
I'm
Howard.
giving you one chance.
Number 10, Natalie Portman, Black Swan. The theme of obsession can be one far scarier than your average slasher film. This is one of the reasons why Natalie Portman's performance in 2010's Black Swan is so tremendous. Her relentless pursuit of perfection brings her character to the breaking point and beyond. The hallucinatory imagery at play during Portman's heaviest and darkest moments is harrowing, while the actor's commitment is never brought into question.
How about I dance the Black Swan for you?
Leave me alone!
Black Swan was a hit with both critics and audiences at the time, remaining one of the modern era's finest examples of a psychological thriller.
She's after me. She's trying to replace me.
Nobody's after you.
No, please believe me.
Number 9, Harrison Ford, What Lies Beneath. It had been decades since Harrison Ford last visited the horror genre with his 1977 telefilm The Possessed. This was, in part, what made his appearance in What Lies Beneath so interesting. The film may be somewhat forgotten now, but both Ford and co-star Michelle Pfeiffer bring it with this tale of a marriage gone south and a deep, dark secret.
I never asked you to quit.
No, there was never any other choice! You had to topple perfect daddy. That meant perfect wife, perfect family.
That's not fair.
The supernatural elements at play are pure old-school horror movie storytelling, while Ford delivers a deliciously villainous performance. The actor seems to be having fun as he portrays a cheating husband with more than a few skeletons in his closet. But how far will he go to keep that closet locked forever?
Please don't. Please.
Number 8, Lupita Nyongo Us. The horror genre in the modern day certainly isn't as maligned as it once was. More A-list celebrities than ever are willing to dip their toes into genre fare if only to let loose some steam and creative energy.
Once upon a time.
Lupita Nyong'o seemed to be one of those actors when she appeared in Us for director Jordan Peele. Of course, the fact that Peele's star was on the rise certainly didn't hurt, but Nyong'o never phones in her performance.
You're scaring the kids.
Too late.
They think like us. They know where we are. They won't stop until they kill us, or we kill them.
Instead, her haunting stare and that low rumbling vocal delivery allow her character to get under the audience's skin. It's a mesmerizing performance that helped make Us yet another win for Peele.
I believe they figured out how to make a copy of the body, but not the soul. The soul remains one, shared by two. They created the tethered, so they could use them to control the ones above.
Number 7, Christian Bale, American Psycho. It speaks volumes that the author of American Psycho, Bret Easton Ellis, felt that his work was unfilmable. Yet here we are speaking about what's largely viewed as a classic horror adaptation. The largest pile of flowers deserved to be laid at the feet of Christian Bale, who seemed to perfectly embody the character of Patrick Bateman.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity.
Bale's performance is at once suave, sophisticated, and barely contained, a loathing and rage bubbling just below the surface. The extremity of the film's murder set pieces are juxtaposed against Bateman's musings on music and pop culture, and this is by design.
Because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends, it's also a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul! Ah!
Bateman's detachment from reality is always brought into question, yet his visceral hatred for every living thing remains sharp as a knife.
Do you want me to go?
I think if you stay, something bad will happen.
Number 6, Kathy Bates, Misery. Fans of Stephen King love to debate the big screen adaptations of the man's work. Misery is almost always near the top of those lists thanks largely to the performance of Kathy Bates.
I'm your #1 fan.
It's almost impossible now to separate the face and physical mannerisms of Bates from her character of Annie Wilkes at this point. The two are intertwined, an image of mental illness and obsession that keeps a wounded author prisoner in her home.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ceramic penguin.
Is this what you're looking for?
Bates' determination to make her captive write a new novel about her favorite characters speaks to the questions of fandom and pop culture.
But her spirit is the important thing, and Misery's spirit is still alive.
I don't want her spirit! I want her! And you murdered her!
Additionally, her stop-on-a-dime mood swings and violent outbursts become the stuff of nightmares for anybody who saw Misery at a young age.
And what thanks do I get? Oh, you bought the wrong paper, Annie. I can't write on this paper, Annie. Well, I'll get your stupid paper, but you just better start showing me a little more appreciation around here, Mr. Man.
Number 5. Jake Gyllenhaal, Nightcrawler. Those who have followed his career are accustomed to seeing Jake Gyllenhaal give it his all. The man's work in 2014's Nightcrawler remains one of his best. This is a nuanced, compelling performance of an ultimate opportunist, a scavenger of human sorrow.
I've been seeing a great improvement in your overall focus and order following. Given complex problems, you're developing a real ability to find clear and simple solutions. I'm also aware of your increased enthusiasm. It's great to see your eyes light up when you're working on a new idea.
Gyllenhaal's Lou Bloom starts as a thief and never really leaves this life. He only changes the prize. Bloom begins stealing moments of tragedy as opposed to items of value, selling filmed footage to television news stations.
What do you have?
Something I'm fairly certain you'll be very excited about.
Gyllenhaal's inherent likability is balanced against Bloom's amorality. It's this weighted scale that makes watching Nightcrawler so tense and unsettling.
Now, when I say that I want these things, I mean that I want them, and I don't want to have to ask again.
Number 4. Glenn Close, Fatal Attraction. They say that love can make us do crazy things, but what if emotional chaos is already present? Michael Douglas finds out the hard way when he cheats on his wife with Glenn Close in this iconic 80s thriller.
You just have to be discreet.
Oh, God, yeah.
Are you?
Close's character in Fatal Attraction has been labeled by critics as everything from an erotomaniac to someone with borderline personality disorder. Alex Forrest seems to initially be aware that her encounters with Douglas's Dan Gallagher won't last, but her fear of abandonment leads the character to a violent breaking point.
It's really strange. I feel like I know you already. I just want to know where I stand.
I think you're terrific.
Close's manic and hysterical performance is a sight to behold and helped make Forrest one of the scariest characters of the 1980s.
I want this child. It has nothing to do with you. I want it whether you're going to be a part of it or not.
Then why are you telling me? Why?
Number 3. Robin Williams, 1 Hour Photo. Some movie fans simply want their favorite actors to do the same thing over and over again, while others relish when these thespians play against type. Robin Williams seemed to be seeking the latter out when he starred in films like Insomnia and 1 Hour Photo back in the 2000s.
It's a very nice camera.
Really? Because Will's been trying to get me to go digital and I'm...
Oh, don't do that. I'd be out of a job.
The latter in particular is a slow burn descent into obsession and madness, as Williams portrays a troubled photo technician. His character's own past trauma is hinted at as Williams covertly ingratiates himself into one family's life.
Do you have any children, Si?
Me? No, I'm not married.
No girlfriend?
No. I have a snapshot of my mother, though.
This isn't an overly violent character, and Williams' Cy Parrish doesn't die in a hail of bullets at the film's climax. He's simply arrested and forced to live within his own hell.
Do you understand me? Yes. Good. Now get on the bed.
Number 2. Toni Collette, Hereditary. Toni Collette's performance in Hereditary is another one that seems emblematic of A-list celebrity talent dipping their creative toes into the muck of horror movies.
So full of disdain and resentment and always so annoyed. Well, now your sister is dead.
Director Ari Aster brought powerhouse performances out of his actors for Hereditary, but it's Colette's that received the lion's share of attention, and rightfully so, since it's her Annie Graham that's required to deliver so much of the emotional heavy lifting.
Oh, God. I just need to die. Oh.
Grief, trauma, and loss all come into play during Colette's performance, one that ramps up gradually until it reaches a fever pitch during the film's occult-drenched climax.
What's going on? Mom!
Please, you're really freaking me out. Please stop.
What's
Dad,
happening?
make it
Why is
stop,
everyone
please.
scared?
Why are you scaring me?
Make it stop!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Matt Dillon, The House That Jack Built. Descending the Circles of Hell.
What can I do to make this good again? What can I do? How can I help you?
Sir Patrick Stewart, Green Room. Picard as neo-Nazi? Say it ain't so.
What happened? A bit of a maelstrom tonight. Visiting band hurt one of ours. Who?
Emily.
John Goodman, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Subterranean overlord after an alien invasion.
Howard, just calm down.
One chance to answer with some dignity, or I swear to God you're going into this barrel while you're alive to feel it.
Demi Moore, The Substance. Visceral and fearless in a feminist body horror.
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Robert De Niro, Cape Fear. It isn't often that a remake achieves the same important status as its source material. Then again, this remake of 1962's Cape Fear was helmed by none other than Martin Scorsese, who was no stranger to box office gold. Robert De Niro also had the deck stacked against him in this film, since his performance was going up against the legacy of Robert Mitchum, who first terrified audiences as Max Cady.
After I went inside, her mama told her I was dead, which, in a way, I was.
De Niro successfully updates the mesmerizing magnetism of Cady for a new generation, however, without losing a touch of Mitchum's original menace.
I spent 14 years in an 8x9 cell surrounded by people who were less than human. My mission in that time was to become more than human.
This is a villain with the pedigree of a cult leader, and one that serves as a benchmark against which so many other performances are measured.
Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Katie, somebody's got to man the boat. We're heading into unprotected water.
Swear?
I'll do it, Dad.
Sit down.
Which of these performances gave you the chills? Let us know in the comments.
And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.